I learned how to cook on you guys watching my food vlogs is you guys watching me learn how to cook. Wait till South Africa like South Africa it's like our Thailand.
Even when they don't know you that well.
Yes,
How does mommy deal with Mandisa and Mandz?
I think my mom is used to it. I think my mom is more used to it than I am. My voiceover, I decided to do it Gaspitor because I thought it would be fun.
Which is dope.
Which is dope.
Yes.
Which is so dope.
I said, Sho Dnx, and I posted it and then it went viral.
That skin tone is yeah, okay. I don't want.
I've got a passion for development.
No, that was me.
I could have mistaken you for Elite.
PheliVille podcast with your host Dumelang Sanbonan, and welcome to a brand new episode here, PheliVille podcast with your host Brian Mshengwase Pitori Shabalala and my co-host Miss Lola.
Nah, you're always getting it wrong.
So I prefer we
Yes.
announce it.
So it's Dumelang, Miss Lola, Dumelang Kofela, and it's another episode which I'm very excited about.
Yeah. It's a very nice episode. We've got a very wonderful guest who we've been trying to get our very own.
Our very own.
This is a big deal. For now, when
True,
they said you
actually.
coming through, I was so excited. I'm still excited as it is. I'm a bit nervous though. But yeah.
You don't even look
It
nervous.
took us a year together, right? Yeah. But she's such a
That's all.
lovely guest, and thank you so much for making the time to come.
Thank you for having me.
You seem so shy.
I am a very composed person.
You are, ne?
Yes.
And it's quite
I want to see if I get it right. Mandisa Jagavu.
Yes.
Yeah, because for me it's always important.
My parents call me that though.
Yeah, it's always important to get the pronunciation right as well.
Yes.
Call it like it is.
Yes.
Yeah. But thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
It's amazing to have you. I find it weird that, not weird, pila, but it's the truth when they say, a lot of people appear a certain way on social media, but then once you meet them in person, it's like completely different.
Yeah, no, the social media
It's
thing
so
is
different.
It's not a front, but it's a. You know how people do drag? Like you put a personality on for, for a performance, basically. So yes, that's what it is. But naturally, I'm like this.
Nice.
Yeah. So like we always do more podcasting more. We're just touching on it's a hitting. So before it's and I want to invite you into that conversation as well.
Okay.
You were talking that.
I mean, what stood out for me this month was the whole issue, Pakistani makula selling, Didi Twena. What did you say about the word makula?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry for using that term.
Yeah, we don't use that.
I'm sorry. But the whole thing of selling to kids, and just to everyone, and the statistics saying what so many people are dying because of certain things, especially what do you call this tibatlala, which used to be my favorite, especially in high school. So that's what stood out for me.
And you know what's makes it a very difficult conversation at the moment is that now you've got obviously the Minister of Health coming through, and it's almost like it's not as nahanan completely. It could be pesticides that they use to try and control the rat infestations and stuff like that. So
that's what
on the products, yeah. So like Arna proof of it, it's sad because now even though I'm happy, our children being poisoned, or is it an issue of negligence? Is it an issue? Like I said. So, what's your take on it, Mandz?
Yeah, my takes are very cancelable. Do you want to cancel? I'm kidding.
Okay,
but
of course,
it's fine.
No, of course.
It's not fine. I'm kidding. No, I really just think I saw something on Twitter when they said that they might possibly close all of them down until they all get like inspections one by one. And I think that is exactly what should be happening, and just like for the safety of everyone. And I think the Department of Health should take this very seriously, we're not saying they must close down, but we're
Just
saying that
investigation and all of
yes,
that.
or like implement a certain license in which you have to, before you trade, you have to be inspected.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, every 2 weeks or a month.
Yeah.
There
I'm
has
kidding.
to be that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because also even in some of the products that you buy, like mates, for instance, TK and I the other day we go, at a specific clinic doing an OB. We bought mates at one of the stores and it was bad. Imagine
Yeah,
I would
mates.
never.
Yeah, Lena,
It's like the
I
desperation
almost
just-
stopped until
I would never.
Imagine.
yeah. But on a
Yeah.
more lighter note, thank you, Masandawana Pitori.
Yo.
Thank you so much, Masanda. I'm not a Sundowns fan, by the way. I'm an
Why?
Orlando Pirates
Why?
fan.
Why?
But thank you, Masandawana.
Why?
For the
Yeah, no,
noisy
they did a
neighbors.
thing.
Noisy neighbors.
Why?
But always the noisy neighbors. Re nyaka Real Madrid.
Now I want to know why was her favorite Sundowns.
So yeah,
Why
like
not?
4. Yeah.
What's her favorite Sundowns?
That's nah. Ke favor team ya go ke Sundowns le yona teng ka mo di rootsong tsa ka mara Orlando Pirates le yona teng, so I had to choose nyana gore ngilo bona.
I give one, but okay.
I
don't see
it's
hardcore
a
Orlando
subject
Pirates
for
fan.
Yesterday was a big day for Sundowns because
Yeah.
Sundowns ladies was playing here. Go Lucas Moripe,
Wow.
and
Oh,
they were
wow.
playing with I think the UP girls as well.
Yeah.
And it was like a 5-0. 2 hours after that, the boys played, and then it was like a 4-0. It was a
4-0.
beautiful day
It's-
yesterday. I don't know.
it's
I feel.
Sundowns ne futla batho ba
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, a colleague of mine, Bamutsari video even, saying that quickly Chiefs are like hardcore, you know?
Yeah.
So he was like, nah, henke barankeja. Like, there's no way. I'm leaving my work. Like, there's no way Sundowns to Argentina. There's Listen, the group was like, guys, farewell to my mom. Bye. It was nice having you around. I was like, yo, 4-0 is something else.
Yeah, I mean, there was a guy.
You didn't expect it though.
I mean, I did, but they'd come and call. You know,
that was
when a
thrashing.
team has
I
a
think
lot of
we knew they were
confidence as
gonna-
well.
Yeah, we knew they were going to lose. At least I did. But
I mean, I was
didn't
kind
see
of-
4-0 coming. But I think
saw it
also,
coming.
Chiefs, to be honest, they've got a good coach. They've got a good thing going. They just need to be patient.
The new guy.
Yeah, unrealistic. Yeah.
The new guy.
Yeah, I just feel already.
And apparently he's strict on them as well,
Exactly.
yeah?
I mean, you can see it's a better Chiefs that's playing than the one we've come to see in the past season. So I'm a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all since the league and what I think guys managing the expectations.
At least for now.
Yeah.
But I think let's get more into you, and finding out more about you. I think a lot of people, myself included, we know you just as, the star that you are. We love you so much. And I read a lot about where you come from and your upbringing. Maybe take us a bit into that journey.
Yeah, I read Mandisa
Mandisa.
before we get
Like
to
a
Mandz.
man.
Mandisa is Mandisa is a Xhosa girl, right? Born Hona PheliVille.
Okay.
Because
Songwana
well,
Pheli.
like technically, yeah. My mom was from the Eastern Cape, is from the Eastern Cape, but she was here for holidays at the time that she was pregnant with me. So that's why I was born here, right? And then, but my dad is from here. So I was born here. I lived in the Eastern Cape for most of my life, and
So yeah, that's good kaloku.
when did
Very much so.
Serious? Okay.
Did this class, and then my dad is Zulu as well.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah. So, but I used to alternate, came to Pretoria for holidays, and then Eastern Cape to stay there. I used to do this a lot for my whole life. I think I only settled in Pretoria full time. My matric, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I went grade 11 and matric.
Okay.
I came back this side, and then I stayed here full time.
But
not for long.
11 to 12.
Go Queen's private school or church.
Okay.
Church. It's in church in Pretoria.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think I know. I've seen the building.
Yes. Good.
Yeah.
So,
But how was your childhood like, fella? Just
Yeah.
growing up, were you always did this thing, being in Baibitan,
The public space.
or public space? Yeah, because now I refer to you as a celebrity. I do. I honestly do. That's why I say celebrity. And I'm proud that we have someone like you from Kopili. So Raba Uzueza go Eastern Cape, unfortunately, so
And never
around-
quite
around
young.
three.
Are they?
Worry.
Did you grow up speaking Xhosa ka Mojarating?
Yes, even now.
Wow.
Naspitori is not a language that I speak quite.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what happened, but yeah, I guess it will look like never my kids or Haibu. And then, you know, but yeah, my childhood, I've always been a creative child. I mean, artistically, I've been doing like a lot of creative things. And I think from a very young age, I've always wanted to be, well, a singer, you know?
Wow. Yes.
And yeah, I've always wanted to be that. So obviously back in the day, there wasn't any expectation growing up that there could be things like careers from social media, you know? So, but I've always known sort of, but I always think it would be like from singing and music and stuff, but life had different plans.
Yeah.
Good plans.
Beautiful ones.
Good plans.
Wow.
Beautiful plans.
Yes,
actually.
yes,
Because
definitely.
now I remember my personal experience. Go Warner, you were in these places and you were sort of almost like a reporter or something, or in a fun environment, and it was quite creative. I really enjoyed it, and that's how you caught my attention.
Do you mean the vlogs?
Yeah.
Yes,
the
he's
vlogs.
talking about the vlogs.
That's the very first time I came on. I'm like, this is exciting. This is refreshing. How did that come about?
That vlogging thing came about when I was home with my mom. I was actually unemployed. I had nothing to do. My mom and sister were working, and you know, one day I just decided I never used to cook at all. You know, this was around 2021. I never used to cook at all. My sister and mom were the ones to always, you know. So this one day I just decided to surprise them, cook for them. I was like, okay, I'm gonna vlog this. And I vlogged it, and then my voiceover, I decided to do it Gaspitor because I thought it would be fun.
Which is dope.
Which is dope.
Yes.
Which is so dope.
I said, Sho Dnx, you know, and then I started doing my voiceover, and then I posted it, and then it went viral. And then from the looks of things, people liked my lingo, you know. And then I was like, okay, what if I didn't cook? What if I did other things? Well, you know. I didn't even know it was a thing. And then I did that, and then it was a placebo effect for me. It just kept going, it just kept going, That's when I decided to do vlogs, because I saw that people are really enjoying like the Pitori lingo, and I felt I was also like contributing to the culture.
And you look so comfortable. You look like you've been doing it for years. Like I was looking, you look like
It's an
you've
effortless thing.
But it is. That's why they say do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
Absolutely.
And speaking of that, is it something, you know, when you were still in school, what initially did you want to, you know, do or become or pursue?
I went to school to study psychology.
Okay.
I'm not going to be a psychologist. I'm telling you now for free. That's not going to happen.
Okay.
Yes, but I went to school for that. And then I also did PR.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, I also did PR, but also only because I wanted to be in the marketing space. And I think that helped me because now I do have an agency, a marketing agency.
Yes.
Thank God. Thank God. So yes, that did work out. But as for psychology, the best I can do is give my friends advice. That's all.
Yeah. But do you belong to an agency yourself, or
Yes, my agency.
you have an agent?
The one that you
agency.
trade.
Yeah, I think it's Hellolmnt.
Element.
Yeah,
Element.
yeah,
Yes,
love it.
it's
Yeah,
Element.
I think we'll talk about that a little later, Nyana. But also, fashion. Fashion is something that you're big on. I mean, we see it. Your outfits, very stunning outfits, very creative.
God,
So your
guys.
creative space is not just you doing the vlogging fella and your personality, but it also comes out in the type of clothes and what. Do you get a lot of people, I'm sure, asking, where can I get this? Or how do you put this together, kind of thing?
I don't know about how to put this together. You know, I think Kuti, the way I dress is the way it's influenced by culture and what people are wearing and what people are doing out there. You know, I keep up with the trends and then, you know, I move accordingly. So
with a bit of your signature, though. I know you're being modest right now, but there's a bit of.
I'm not being modest. Maybe it's just because I'm not. I don't know that about myself. You know,
because that's what we see. That's what we see as an audience.
That's
we
nice.
See,
That's definitely what we see.
That's nice. No,
I wanted to ask you about the name, right? Bambo Visa Sho Dnx. Others call you Mandisa, of which is your name, but Mandz Not Hot.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, we need to know
Yo,
that.
Mans obviously is a nickname for Mandisa, right? That's what people call me. They call me Mans, ne?
Yeah.
But when I was in varsity, they used to like switching it, like my friends. It used to be an inside joke, like
Yeah.
when they say Mans, then they say Mans Not Hot. You know the song, Mans
Yeah,
Not
I know
Hot.
the song.
Yes.
I don't know the song.
We'll
What's
play it
the
for you.
song?
I forgot the artist.
song is it?
But I know it's
Oh,
Yo, Big Shack. I tell a Mans
Okay.
Not Hot. You don't know that song?
No, I don't.
You're hectic. You're living under a literal rock.
Well,
it's from that.
my age is kind of what I don't think TK knows the song as well. TK, why is doing? Oh, but
Yeah.
We need to play it for you.
Yeah, I think
No,
it
but I'm
is.
sure you're familiar with the song.
You must be familiar with the
Is
song.
it?
There's
Yeah,
no way you're not
probably, yeah,
familiar with the
yeah.
song.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Kira.
Yeah.
What was the first door that opened for you?
Makoko melon la easy.
Wow.
Keffing. Yo.
Meaning that with young.
Oh.
Yeah, you're like, this is what we call you. Makoko melon.
Cocomelon.
It's like even with some of the players that are playing, like for my Pirates and Chiefs, Babanyani, they call them Coco Melon football.
That's
It's
insane.
not an insult. It's just a nice thing.
Yeah.
We've got young people doing amazing things, and obviously,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
What was the first door that opened for you?
The first door that opened for me, I think it
In
was
terms of career, let me be specific.
this career that I'm on now.
Yes.
It was campaigns from my vlogs when
Yeah.
people wanted me to, put them on my vlogs. I remember, I think African Banks,
Yeah.
Voda Pay.
Yeah,
I was
I
still
saw that.
working more Krechimo, Then they said, yo, we have a campaign, we're willing to pay you this much. Please do a video promoting this certain thing. And I said, oh, okay. And then that's when I decided, Uguti, if they can pay me this much to post videos, I can actually definitely
Make
a career out of this, So that was the first door that opened for me that put me in the industry.
How does it feel like working with brands? Like I want, and like something that I also want to, tap into at some point. Of course, as you get to you don't approach these brands, they approach you, right? How does it feel for each of the brand, like working with them? Like what are the challenges also?
There are challenges. It is nice sometimes, but it's a growing industry. In content creation didn't start. It just started now. It wasn't an established thing 5 years ago,
Yes.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of trial and errors, a lot of things that need to be polished and fixed. I think the one thing that's been challenging is always negotiating your worth and getting paid your worth, that's been challenging, and you determine your worth, by the way. No one else determines it. You do.
Because it's not so much of a formal space as yet.
Yes.
It's still something that's pending,
Yes.
so there's no.
But if I'm gonna make mugs and I feel like I've put so much effort into making this mug, and I decide to sell it for you for 2,000 rand because of what I have put into this mug,
Yeah.
you understand? That's that.
Yeah.
You can't
Your
tell me
worth.
"Kore, like, yeah, pep, okay, reka 50 rand." Okay,
No.
it's a maya.
Go there.
But
Yeah.
go there. But the people that understand
Of course.
and value my work and effort
Yeah.
will understand why I am selling it for
And they'll be
2,000
willing
rand
to, yeah.
and will buy it.
Willing
So
to buy
true.
for that,
Yeah.
yeah, and even more. Why is you mentioning something ka wapi? Ke nyako bolela go yona hanyane, ne? So no sapi. But in your vlogs, you decide happy, yeah. Is it specific recipes there? Is it anything that's inspired by Kamo family or what?
Some
Who
yeah.
eats the food? Kamo family.
Come on, fam. Kinna kiliwan,
Oh, okay.
mind you.
Currently.
Yeah.
So kinna kiliwan, yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when I cook, I don't even like food like that, guys. That's
Yeah.
like the biggest misconception about me
Yeah.
is that I'm a foodie. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
food
yeah.
is okay.
Yeah.
My last meal was probably 2 days ago.
Your last meal?
Yes,
Wow.
I
Yeah.
snacked yesterday. I snacked
yeah.
this morning. I'm fine.
Yeah.
But I call my friends to come eat it.
Okay.
That's nice.
Yes, my relationship with food is very complicated, very, very complicated. It's not specific recipes. It's just what I feel like I want to eat at the time, or when I get inspired by something on the internet, things like that.
This is what I wanted to say, because I like it. At least one is but yours is very creative as well, the more food space as well. That's why I wanted to understand what's the thought process. But like you said, some would it's off the internet and what, and
some you just think about, you crave something, and then you just make it. Yes. So I learned how to cook on you guys watching my food vlogs is you guys watching me learn how to cook.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Would you say because also you mentioning you just invite your friends to, and I've seen one of those blogs where where your friends come over and you just cook for them and it's vibes. Would you say that's a form of a love language?
Yes, it definitely is a love language. I feed my friends for a living. I haven't been with them for 2 days and I am worried sick about what they're eating.
Oh, shit.
I am worried sick about what they're eating. It's definitely a love language. Acts of service, are a love language for me. And just making sure that the people I love are taken care of. I think, yes, 100%.
Love that. And speaking of friendships, I'm going to go a bit... On a more sad side of things, you recently lost a friend who we know as an actor, Mposibeng. How was that like for you?
I think that this year, it's just happened a lot. I've lost at least 2 people per month, and close people. At the same month that Mposibeng passed away, I lost. You understand? I keep losing. I keep losing very important people in my life, and Mposibeng, I think, was my breaking point. I've never lost a friend before. I think I don't know. I've never lost friends before. I've never experienced that kind of pain, and you guys were saying that you have been trying to reach me for a year.
There's a reason for that.
Yes, this year for me has been like this, mentally,
Emotionally.
So yes, emotionally, and the little time that I have to do this much work, and it's just been like, when is it gonna end? And it's very overwhelming. So I think Mpo's passing was definitely a breaking point for me. It was just like, okay.
Yeah, and Mpo was lovable. I mean, Mpo was such a big star at a young age. I mean, Uchuma, I'm trying to remember. I think I watched one of his movies. I think that's the last movie he made. I'm just trying to remember. It's on Showmax,
Yes. Isn't it a series?
It's a series actually, about Radio 016.
No. 016, yes.
Was also...
the radio thingy where he's a radio presenter.
Yeah, where he's a radio presenter, and I mean, he was such an amazing actor. He could bring the emotions. I mean, I remember
definitely very talented.
Where morning he could act anything. Next thing is would you say he was also somebody who inspired you?
Mpo inspired me. Mpo inspired me. Mpo is...
I'm so sorry you have to bring
touching that, I'm sure it's like
no, he inspired me a lot, and he just was that one person to tell me to pursue things that Mpo loved my singing more than anyone in the world, and he used to say, you need to do something, I kept saying, I will. My
and
biggest talent is procrastinating. Yes, he said to do that. So 2 days ago, the show that he's been asking me to do, I actually did it. And in memory of him, I did a tribute for him, and like Friday, 2 days ago. And he did inspire me, and unfortunately, it did take his passing for me to actually get up and do the things that I keep talking about.
Which is a good thing. I mean, despite obviously the tragedy in the entire story. And where would you say your singing is now? Because we obviously talking about your vlogs and what, but let's talk about Mandz, the singer. Would you say it's there running parallel or something.
I love singing. I love making music. I love being in studio, right? But I think my weakness is I don't care for how the music does. Or I don't care for putting it out there. I just want to make the song and move on with my life, you know. And every song that I've recorded, I've never given my music my 100%. I've never given it my all, you know. So I'm at a point where I was just like, you know what, I'm going to release one song and I'm going to give it my all, whether or not it is received the way you would expect it to be received. I will just sleep well at night knowing that I gave it my 100%. So go all the way, shoot a music video, do a show, do a launch, do that promo, whatever, you know. So I think I am in the right direction. But music, from what I've noticed being in the industry, it's a very tricky industry and a very, very difficult industry to just like try and tap into, because there's just so much politics. And from me seeing it from my perspective, it's like I'm already struggling with the industry that I'm in. Is it something that I want to pursue? Is it something that I want to go into? I don't know. So I'm still figuring it out.
Are you genre specific? Like I'm just trying to...
I not really, because the songs on my profile are not really genre specific. They I just go with the flow and whatever I'm feeling. But I love to tell a story.
And any particular artists that have inspired you, just out of interest, just who's your musical inspiration?
It's always been Amanda Black. I love her so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how can you buka?
Buka Horkireng. No.
Okay, not yet.
So you don't
let's say
bookings.
not yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
For
I
now.
wanna put it as
Just
not
for
yet.
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw Barking pictures on Instagram where you were wearing a green dress. I'm sure you can, remember the specific pictures, and you were at a mountain, right? And the caption specifically was cooking. In my mind, it's like, something's coming up here. We are expecting something. Is it the song that you're talking about?
I don't know. Is it?
Word on the street is.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
But I am cooking something really dope. And I before the year ends, trust me.
Love it.
Yes.
I love it. And I can't wait for that. So, honestly, Barking, wow, I'm losing my train of thought. By the way, this happens. I want to know, when was it for you, like, that you realized that, okay, you're gaining popularity, ne? And when that happens, do you feel like the love you're receiving now you used to receive before, or I guess if I'm making sense, or that you're receiving it now because now you're Mandz Not Hot that we know?
Yes, but that's the reality of it. You know, the love I'm getting now is because of my career and because of, so that's just like inevitable. You know,
Like once you become this person, now it's like,
yes, it's like that. But I can't say I'm complaining. I can't say people are being fake or whatever, because it's just
it's reality.
Yeah, it's the reality, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
But
But what's the pressure that comes with that? Because I can imagine you've got all these people in your space. You know,
the pressure.
You got all these comments. Because I always wonder, how do you deal with, there's obviously the positivity and the negativity side of it. How do you deal with all of that, where people have these expectations, or some are just being nasty for no reason? As we see more social media, the bullying and all of that.
I can definitely tell you that there is like so many expectations. I am not, guys, I'm a human being.
Yeah.
So when I'm out there in the public space, people expect me to be bubbly every day and be sometimes I really just want to go to the shop and buy my groceries and go home. I don't want to talk to no one. I have crippling social anxiety, very crippling. So I'm not always sure, that, like I said, that is a personality I have to like
put on
when you know, when I know okay, I'm going to a work event, I'm going to a work something,
like
I have to I have to turn that on like immediately when I leave the house. But sometimes I don't want to, like on a regular basis, and people don't understand that. But at the same time, I also have to understand that when you are public and you put yourself out there, people create a relationship with you through their phones, and according to them, we're besties, but
according to us, we're like,
That's what is
sometimes I don't even feel like that. I don't want to. I'm just like, oh hi, and then people think my energy is really low, or I'm being mean. If it's just like,
and you're a bit
hello,
shy. Are you shy in public? Because I could see that you came through for it.
I am. I don't want to lie.
But a lot of artists are shy, to be honest. So as well, a lot of artists, even some of the big names internationally and local, are shy. And sometimes, unfortunately, us as fans, we tend to misconstrue that and think nasty, and as you said, to your point, you have your off days, you have a day long or you just receive bad news, but unfortunately, us as the people, Baba Ratang, are your fans, bubbly and just
I can't. I'm so sorry.
And
I
it's
cannot
really
do
understandable.
that. I cannot do that.
I'd love to talk a bit about Hellolmnt. Hellolmnt, right? It's an agency. Maybe explain it more to us. What is it exactly? What does it do? And also, why did you decide, to create such a thing?
I did say this was a growing industry, and I would like to be a part of shaping how it becomes in the future, and I see a lot of mistakes, I see a lot of loopholes, I see brands think they're doing some things right and they're not, so Hellolmnt is the gap between content creators and brands, you understand? So I think the biggest misconception about Hellolmnt is that people think that I am here to help people get brands. I am here to help people get jobs, and it's not that at all. Hellolmnt is here to help you become a better you, so that the brands can see the potential we see in you, right? And to stand in the gap between you and the brand, So we don't now. I have so many DMs. Someone is saying, I'm starting up, I'm a what, please connect me to brands. I don't do that. I really don't do that. Yes. So I manage a few people. Some people are signed under Hellolmnt. Some people we just work on a campaign basis, right? But my biggest job is to brand you. My biggest job is to make you like your career. Let's make you look appealing to the corporate community, and for people to actually see, you can do some work. So it's an agency. We advocate for content creators. Sometimes we get people wanting to exploit, and they say, so a brand would come, they said we need 25 content creators, we need 10 macro, 10 micro, 4 nano, just making an example. And then we negotiate those deals for them. We draft a brief, we say, okay, this is what this brand wants. And then sometimes they'll say, our budget is this much. And then we're like, you need to increase it or decrease the number of people that you want. And then if they say no, then because we're saying that we want to help this industry grow. If you're not willing to meet us halfway, we're not willing to be a part of a conversation where content creators are exploited.
So do you work with some people, and is there a team that you work with?
Yes, 100%. Yes.
So from what I let's make an example. A guy on a PheliVille podcast. Obviously, this is not an individual, but this is a podcast that's supposed to reach. So you can work with something similar to guide it in terms of how to
brand and market themselves.
Yeah, brand and market themselves, or those kind of things.
Yes.
Similar. So the reason I'm asking this for anybody who's listening, is it specifically individuals, or you can work with anything that's a product per se, like a company or...
We're gonna have to be honest.
Yeah.
I have to myself see something
Yeah.
I want to see grow, and something that I feel like could do
grow,
better.
yeah.
And as an individual, I have ideas. I sometimes see a content creator, I'm like, oh my god, if only they can, if only they can, if only they can, and they can, they can excel. So it's not a really open thing with you. Okay, I can do this for. I have to if I have to sit down and imagine what I can do. Sometimes I just really don't have capacity, and I'm very honest about that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't think right now it's something that I can do, or something I would have an idea of how to approach.
And also you're learning and growing yourself.
Yes.
You know. So also I want to know what with regards to branding and marketing, what have you learned personally?
Yeah.
Because that's a big thing,
Yeah, keeping a
And
clean image
just
is very
to add
difficult.
to her question, because I think this is a similar question, just to give it a bit more meat, is did you also or experience or meet up with any, as you were coming up, any content creators or marketing agencies that you would say maybe did kind of help you in terms of honing your skill?
Not agency. I had a manager starting my, lucky for me, I think a month into my career, I had someone who said, listen, who did exactly for me what I want to do for other content creators. Listen, I see so much potential in you. I have an idea of how we can make your brand bigger and better and cleaner. This is what we need to do. Let's do this, let's do that. I still work with him to today. I don't manage myself, he manages me.
Okay.
And I can manage other people. Yes, he's done he's done a really big job into like shaping my artistry and channel like my mindset, Yes, he's done so much work. The information that I have now, brand wise, I took from him, and he's literally encouraged me to do the same for other people.
Is this somebody who also has their own marketing agency, or they just
He's just a guy from
content-
PheliVille.
from PheliVille?
Nice.
We need to get him here. We need to,
man.
because that's what we want. We want to expose. He's my friend. Really? Bricks. Tato Kaslam. Wow. Seriously, we need to get him here. Hey, Bricks, me, bro. Hey. Bona, Bricks. No, that's nice. And you can see it. I wanted to say, Hore, when I look at your social media pages, wow, it's clean, one.
Yes.
It's very, you can see, Hore, it's done scientifically. Or it's not just, I say just thumb sucking or I don't know, post, I don't know, you can see that direction and all of those things. I mean, you are on Instagram, she's on almost half a bar. She's just there. I mean, that's almost 500,000 followers on Instagram, over 200,000 on Facebook, and we all know Facebook. Facebook. Although obviously when you can do that on your TikToks, your Instagram and what, it's amazing to watch. It honestly is amazing to watch.
Yeah, I
Keeping
mean
the consistency as well.
yes, going back to what you had asked me, you have to think about, you have to treat yourself as a brand. So if I were to be, I must treat myself, I'm selling something, like I'm a sunlight. You understand? Everything has to be strategic. What I put on social media, you understand? And it has to be clean. If I put certain things out there, and I had to learn that the hard way, if I had to put certain things out there, are people going to buy what I'm selling? Is it, what message is it putting out there, So yes, it's not strategic, but I have to treat Mandz Not Hot as
A brand.
For Mandz Not Hot to excel.
How does mommy deal with Mandisa and Mandz? Like in our family, how do they deal with Umtwanam, and the next thing you this big brand and there's things you
Sho
can't do anymore
Dnx.
because your attention, you have to divide it amongst all of these men. Just transition, how was it for you?
It was, my mom made it very seamless for me.
Okay.
She made it very easy for me. I just she made it very easy for me. She was supportive from the onset,
Yeah.
from the get-go, you know.
Yeah.
So I never struggled with getting into it. I never struggled with motivation. I never struggled with yes, like she aided so much into me being here. So I think my mom is used to it. I think my mom is more used to it than I am. Yeah, it's easier for her than it is for me. So yeah, she's been so supportive, and she's the one that actually called everyone in the family. You know, I come from a Christian household, very strict Christian household, and some things are very like distasteful for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
To see, like, maybe if I promote an alcohol brand, it's like, Aibo, what's this, you know? Being in certain spaces is also like weird, and she had to be the one to call them up and say, listen, this is her job, this is what she does for a living, get used to it,
It
get
comes
gone.
with it.
Yeah.
Yes, she's the one that said, you know what, you guys just have to get used to it, this is what's going on right now. Yeah, so it is what it is.
And your mom is a very
love
strong woman. Can
Yes.
meet Mama Hi, by the way.
Okay.
Can
I only know her
mean,
online.
I can honestly call her.
And she
friend.
seems really
Yeah,
cool.
Rena, lebo TK.
Yeah.
I know she does amazing things herself.
Yeah.
I mean, so you say there's that influence as well, growing up, being raised by the strong woman who.
Or just the environment as well that you grew up in.
I think, yes, my mom has shaped me into being some sort of duplicate of her. I am very strong as well. There are people that just really don't want to deal with me. I am shy, but I have very firm boundaries and principles, morals, values. And yes, I can
Let's
really
shout out
give
to
that
her
to my
as
mom.
well.
Yeah.
Shout out King Kwak.
Shout out to
Am I
mom.
pronouncing it right?
Yes.
King, I know, yeah. Shout out to mommy. Shout out to mommy.
Thank you. Thank you.
How do you keep yourself relevant and just updated with the industry trends and all these things?
I don't bother myself with updating myself with the industry trends, because now I will stop being a trendsetter and I'll be a follower. So I don't want to be that. I do keep up sometimes just to, you know, but you know, the more you consume, you just turn into that. You sometimes we become other
lose your
people because
uniqueness.
we consume their stuff a lot. So I really try to avoid being like sucked in by the industry, so just so I can keep my true authentic self, you know. So
Good.
yes,
Absolutely,
yes,
yeah.
keep, and then with staying relevant, it's not, dude, as long as you can be true to yourself, no one else can replicate
Forever
you.
be
No one,
relevant.
no one else can be you. Never be scared to take time off, and just
True.
you're not rushing anywhere. I'm not scared to lose a follower. I'm not scared to stay stagnant for like 2 months. It's okay. When it comes to me, it'll come to me, and I'll get back into it again.
Yes.
Are
You
you
know.
not scared of lending Goma Pepandaba for whatever? Because sometimes the tabas thing doesn't need anyway, but you know they do the damage if at all anything. Did you ever think of such things? Because when you are exposed at that high level, obviously you know we see a lot of people Mutano Lenda Goma Pepandaba and some of these other websites that are really about scandals and stuff like that and what. Do you ever think of those things?
You know, you only control what you put out there. How it's received is out of your hands.
That's straight
And
right there.
yes, how it's received, it's out of your hands. That's why I'm very like careful with what I put out there. And you know, it can be received in the way that I did not intend for it to be received.
Yeah.
And that is really out of my hands. And I'm gonna tell you that any brand that is a brand knows Uguti, some places are not credible sources for some information. So you can't really say, oh, just because Bama posted on that platform, now we're not
Yeah,
gonna
that's
work
not
with
right.
her
No, of course,
anymore. Then that means you also don't know what you're doing as a brand, and I don't want to be associated with you because of
Yeah, I
that.
think
You
it
understand?
just affects fans and what and people that don't really
Yes,
into
and
the
that
matter.
is none of my
Right,
business.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you very so, because you know we undermine these things. We undermine what content creators and celebrities go through, because
We do.
It's a space ailing a bit. It's not for anyone. When it's not for the faint-hearted to be able to go at that level and be able to expose yourself to some of these risks, because with the with the joy also comes a bit of the pain. But I'm really happy for now or and also to the kids, and not just the kids. I mean, anybody that's just listening who wants to do something similar, wants to be a content creator. What advice would you give them?
You know, the advice I always give aspiring content creators is that your goal should not ever to want to be famous, because now you'll start doing weird things. Your goal should also always be the messaging that you put out and how you want to appear to the next person, you know, and just keep being consistent at what you do, and just don't copy other people. Inspiration is fine, but like, who are you? What is that one thing that no one else will be able to replicate? You understand? So that's my advice, dude. Like, stay true to who you are, stay authentic to who you are, and don't no, there's no rush. I started putting content out there from 2017, dude. I did YouTubes, I did stuff, but I only blew up 2020 December, you know. So we're not rushing anywhere, and my goal was never to be famous. It just happened.
It happened.
But how you blew up is very unique. Like,
wait,
I honestly had never seen anyone do something like that, and it's just amazing. Moment though, who is a king?
Creativity. That's why I said, if you just yourself, if you're just yourself, these things happen. You know. I also don't know. I also don't, because for me it's normal. I just got there, give a last story. Everyone does it. You know, for me it's like, then people
don't do it like you.
I had to learn that.
Props, or
I had to learn that, but it's just creativity. I don't know I don't think there was a specific plan to it. It just happened.
Yeah.
What are some of the things, Selunghuru, you use them to? Like you said, you get overwhelmed. There's times where unidang, like a break to yourself outside of social media and all these people and all these things. Taking time to yourself. What are your self-care, ways?
Since I think high school, every once a year I take myself into a mental wellness clinic. Every year, sometimes at the beginning of the year, just to do a little mental check. Am I fine? Am I okay? What are the things that have been bothering me? What are my goals? What do I want to do? And then like I said, I'm never scared to take time off. Sunday, you guys, Sundays are my day. Sundays is where I just sleep all day, because my weeks are so hectic. Sundays are just, I'm always exhausted. I've never had a Sunday where I'm just like, okay, what are we doing? I'm always exhausted.
It's just time to yourself.
No, it's okay. Today was just, I had a lot of work I needed to do, so I cramped everything up to today. So I do things like that. Take days off, where I just don't compromise, and I'm just like, you know what, today is just me, and today is just like chilling and resting. And if I need tomorrow as well, then tomorrow too. So my body comes first. Always, and I will not succumb to any pressure just because now I need to be, like I said, we're not racing anywhere.
It's what they're saying, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Of course,
you need to refill your cup and be okay.
And be aware of your mental state of being and all that.
I don't like groove.
Okay.
I
kinda guessed it. It's
about groove kirela lena hore le nne le content le utlwe monate. I think I did. There was a time that I did when I started being in this industry. Groove was a new experience for me, because it was like, I'm getting all this treatment. I'm getting, everything is fun. But it didn't last long. Now I just love being at home. Yes, my hobbies are home.
Nice. You're a homebody.
Yes, my hobbies are home.
What type of music do you listen to?
My favorite artist is Ariana Grande.
Okay.
Yes. Followed by Snow Allegra.
Always a
I-
tricky one. This
Yes,
one.
Yeah.
Snow. I actually recently went to see Snow last month.
Lucky
Wow,
and
she
South
was-
Africa.
Yes. Naluko, Cape Town.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I still can't heal from that.
I am so
God, I
sorry
couldn't
for
go.
you.
Yeah,
I'm
like
so
I
sorry for
cried.
you. I had to run to Cape Town to go see Snow. I said, "There's no way." I love Snow. I love listening
You
to
had to be
music.
there.
I'm not a TV person. I don't watch TV unless my friends want us to catch up on something on Netflix. But if I switch on my TV, I'm watching probably a show I've watched like 5 times already.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I am.
So
very
you're not
relaxed
part of
person.
the Gugurashe and Chris Brown out thing,
Because I know a lot. I think Chris Brown is like Corey Asia thing.
It's a more for even 40-something-year-olds to like.
I mean, he's loved.
to, like,
No,
you
he's
know,
loved. Just
teenagers
all
about
my
it. I've got
friends
a
want
whole
to
lot
go.
of friends who are
All
going,
my
yeah.
friends want to go to Chris Brown, and I said, guys, travel safe.
Have
Well,
fun.
nah, that's
have
not, That's not your kind of vibe, no?
I will only go if Ariana Grande come, like Snow was my exception. No, if Ariana Grande, wait, I'm South Africa. I am going. I will be there. You know, I will
You are
spend the
running
entire
there.
time. She's one of the few people that I'm willing to compromise that for. But I'm thinking Chris Brown is going to be hectic, man. So many people are going to be there.
It's gonna be a lot.
It's going to
Tyler's
give
also
global
coming. I
citizen.
mean, why are you guys going to support Tyler Omohaiba? Tyler's
I
coming.
mean, we
they
love
said
her.
that.
Naked
But
no
there isn't-
water.
I know she doesn't have a lot of songs. I mean,
She does have a lot. No,
She's an international superstar.
She's
She's
a catalog as big
it
as
is.
Chris Brown. No, it can't
Not
be
as big as Chris Brown, no,
So
but
normally, you know, when an
for,
artist is
for how
still-
long
yeah,
she's
yeah.
been in the industry,
She's
it's
got
a
quite
big
a-
catalog, yes.
yeah.
Wait till South Africa, young. Like, go South Africa,
Yeah,
it's like
of
our
course,
Tyler.
yeah.
even when they don't know you that well.
Yes,
And
because
then take
that's
advantage of
Tyler.
things.
Iyako makubenjalo performer then but they like that, you know. I think it's
and
like
Tyler's
that.
a big thing. It's like a big. Her
She
big.
is. She's
She's a
huge.
star.
She's that
She's
huge
huge.
earlier, and I feel already. She should have been sold out as quickly, or at least.
Yeah.
It's only because Kimo South Africa.
Kimo South
Kimo
Africa.
high,
But if she
yes.
wasn't from here, then
If
most
she wasn't from
probably-
here, yes. Kimo South Africa and Otlamo High.
It's a sad thing, though, eh?
Yes.
What
Go
would you
home,
say,
South
though,
Africa.
Margarina, the South Africans? What do you think we do? I've got this thing, Lena Hore. For one, when I look at America and all of these other countries, how they still take care of their own, even beyond their prime. Right now, we discard our artists very quickly. We're like,
We do.
Yeah,
We do.
We just move on and then we just.
It's an entitlement that I think we have as South Africans. Once we support someone until they get to a certain point, we own them.
Oh, yeah.
Re ka se utlwe ka bona,
Yeah,
you
re ka
know.
se utlwe ka bona,
Gore,
yeah.
o ka se re one, o ka se re o ira concert, o nyaka gore ba di-tickets, wa ticket
Wena.
hours le 150.
Like,
Yeah, man, I mean, come
True.
on. This
You
is
know?
a Grammy
So, Babia-
award-winning artist.
Dude.
She's huge. I
Those
mean,
things
the
are
whole world
overlooked.
loves
Even
her.
black
Not-
coffee.
not just
One man, black
America.
coffee at South Africa.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
Black coffee is rare in South
it's very
Africa.
rare.
Black
Very
coffee
rare.
isn't like Ibiza somewhere.
Yes,
you
because
know,
that's where
always-
he's loved and appreciated.
Yeah.
That's where people
Yeah,
actually
we
give
don't
him the most
appreciate
support.
Our own the way we should. You are right.
Definitely.
Yes,
I'm
but
glad
we
somebody-
support them, but
Yeah, but
to
not
our level, to
our
Konyaka,
level.
yeah, like I said, Konyaka, ulikoma kubenjalo, okay, fine. Sharp.
Sing.
Bielong ukare o successful tata one stress.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it's well put.
Yeah.
Well put, because that's literally what we do. So your personal life, and I'm saying, and I'm talking about your
Yeah.
romantic life.
Yeah, I'm glad
quite
I'm not asking
private.
that question for a change.
It's quite private. I hardly see anything. I want to know why. And also, so like I wanted like a video on TikTok. It was a wedding like vibe, sort of woody, Mahadi type thing. I don't know if you remember it, but I'm sure you do.
Of course.
And that kind of gave me an idea of Maramo, what is happening?
Yeah,
Like,
more to go with
are
this,
they
I'm
wedding
not
bells?
sure.
Are they,
TKR
you know?
notice.
Come
By
jolly.
the way, yeah.
Like joy. I don't do those things.
at all.
Is
don't know why I doubt
it
this,
a personal choice or jumpy? I was like, let's just get to it.
Kibbies.
Are they just toxic?
Hey, guys. Hey.
I have a big feeling this is the one to tap into.
Everyone is like,
I've been dating.
Yeah.
I've been dating.
Okay.
But it's just. I've been dating.
Okay.
My last boyfriend was actually a soccer player.
Nice.
Okay.
Give my little.
I got some robot.
Guess.
No, I have. But I'm
From
just saying I have.
You have.
From which team? Fela? I'm just asking team. From which team?
Okay, so Chiefs, I hope.
I don't want to talk
No,
about
not just which team, man.
No, I get it.
You're
You're gonna now
narrow it down.
Narrow it down. Okay, narrow it down. No.
Yeah, somewhere there. Or a Tito Maswanga. Eh? I actually.
You're close.
You're
Cheese. That's all the part. I just blowing hot and cold. No, I don't live hot and cold. Mashiana as what chiefs? Oh, what chiefs did happy Mashia? Oh, no, I don't know what
we're gonna do our research after this.
Yeah,
because
You're not gonna find
we
it.
could use
Yeah.
just putting it big city.
It's not my thing.
okay.
It's not my thing. I'm just.
And also, should you date again? Is it your choice, Nje, to just keep it private, or is it?
Or
Or if it happens that it's out there, it's out there.
Yeah, if it's out there, it's out there. If it's not, it's not. It depends on the conversation I've had with the person, you know. Yeah, but
Why is it means more?
This is quiet.
Yeah, I think it's fine to accept.
Means more. Besides content creation, do you consider other things like acting? Would you consider?
yes, I
I'd
want
love to see you in a movie on Netflix.
A lot of people say that, guys.
I'd
Like,
love
you
to.
can't act that.
Sometimes
I think you're just good at being yourself, which is
you know.
just normal. And
Yeah,
I think
they'll
The
get
acting
you an
industry,
acting coach
guys,
and
it
get
doesn't
you-
pay that well, the
Yeah,
industry. And
yeah.
besides that,
Yeah,
disrespect her. But you know, but now people who don't understand their craft are now in it. If the time comes and an opportunity arises and I am able to get up to the task, I will definitely. But now I want to do more presenting stuff, you know. Yes, like presenting gigs. Yes, TV definitely is something that I wanna tap into. But I can't, guys.
Podcast space or
also, I think
No.
Okay,
once
why?
you're like,
I'd love to know why. So
it's
I know there are people who specific or no, I don't want to go. I've got a friend who go radio mates when he's like, no, I'm not going in the.
I don't even accept podcast interviews. I don't.
Oh, thank you.
We are so blessed. We are so
I
blessed.
think I've
So
done two
honored.
so far.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
why is that?
Why is that? Because I don't know. Sometimes podcasts don't. My plan is this, branding myself as this, and the conversations and the thingies, the questions that they ask you do not align with what I want to put out there. And it's very awkward now. You ask me a question, I'm just like, I'm not comfortable with answering that the whole time. But interviews in the the more corporate scale where you do an interview and you
It's like
maybe
you
a
have an
radio
idea
interview,
of-
they know that they can't do anything
can't
to
do
mess
anything,
up their brand, so they won't ask me weird questions because now they're thinking about their brand.
Yes.
And it's a corporate space, and
And
now
Renamo podcast,
Lena, you
we
guys
have
have
the
nothing to
Weirdest.
lose.
We
guys have
we
nothing
ask
to
weird
lose.
questions. Yeah.
We have nothing to lose. You just want to know more, and a lot of people have just
Respect
bad trend
that.
because
Respect that,
of what they say on podcasts, and you'd say something,
Yeah,
and
it
then
can be
people would
damaging.
misconstrol. Or they take that one clip where you said, like I said, I was dating a soccer player. You take that one thing, to put it on and then it's like, sorry, that was not.
I
And
can
then
tell
now
you
people
now,
start
or
coming
my
up with comment
producers on
sections
Hellolmnt to a lot of what's inside. I know he is.
And I will not repost. I will not. I will hide it. I will not interact. I will not anything. I will not.
Yeah,
you understand? So I'm saying I'm a podcast sometimes. So it's just no. And I think I think there are enough podcasts out there.
Yeah.
True.
That's what I think. I think there are enough. The
But
ones
is
that
there
are
ever
there
such
now.
a thing as enough? Because I think
Yes.
it worries me when you say, especially right now, because we're like, there's enough in. But, with the Europeans and all these other countries, I mean, you look at the influx of all the Chinese cars in the country, you almost think at some point, it's enough. Or is enough? Like so.
And and I think maybe it's a space for other people, just not me. I'm not. No.
But TV presenting, like you said, we can expect to see you there. Yeah. Hit us up.
That'll be
We'd love
dope.
to see that. Yeah.
Thank you.
We'd
That'll
love
be
to see
dope.
that. It's been amazing I'm so excited that we had you. I'm so
Thank
excited.
you.
I am loving the fact that I got to see this side of you.
Yeah.
Hectic.
That I'm not like, okay, I know you, but I have an idea of who you are in person
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's quite something a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people are going to see when they watch this podcast as well, this episode. So yeah, I think, Brian, can we wrap it up now with the game?
Yeah.
Or do you still want to add?
Yeah, I think we've, unless it's something you would want to say, because this is your platform as well. As if there's anything fella that we have not, anything that you just like to put out there.
No.
And
it's just like thanking them for the support and thanking them for backing me up. It's been a long 3 years. I started Sho Dnx 29th October 2021 and it's come full circle. And it's been an amazing 3 years, and I could not have done it without the support and the backing of my people and the love that they give me. It's definitely reciprocated, man. It's not much to it.
It's so beautiful. And your social media handles for those who perhaps have not been exposed to Mandz Not Hot, but they may be watching.
Yes, that's at Mandz Not Hot. Mandz Not Hot.
Yeah.
We'll put it somewhere there.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll put it somewhere there. And that's all social media handles, yes. Right? Instagram, you're on Instagram, Facebook, what am I forgetting?
TikTok, Twitter, YouTube.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I have literally just 3 questions, right? It's a this or that.
Okay.
The first one, given that you're not a foodie, also it's tricky.
I love
but
food. I'm just not like, it's not good.
Not as much as people would think. Okay.
Yes.
So, she's not a foodie, so because
I saw it on TikTok.
So a lot of people have a I'm a foodie anymore.
Let me just step away from that term. Just a bit, but
yeah.
Okay, would you rather have spatlo or bunny chow?
Spatlo.
Of course. I was going to be like Njani, especially when you're from here.
Duh.
Drink coffee or tea?
Tea.
Tea. You're a tea girl.
I love tea.
Love it.
I have different flavors at home. It's all I drink.
Chamomile.
That's
Jeez,
why.
I love a tea girl. So, now that you're wearing baggy jeans, but also I see you wearing a lot of baggy jeans, limo, everywhere. Are they jeans? But they are, yes.
Jorts. These are jorts.
Jorts, right?
So when are we learning something today?
Jorts, now I know. Okay, so would you wear skirts forever or baggy jeans forever?
Baggy jeans.
That was quite obvious.
Baggy jeans.
Yeah.
Yes, no, I'm a very tomboyish. Yes,
I get
have
you.
a very tomboyish style. So the skirts and dresses and
And
skinny
you look
jeans.
good in
But
that
I
dress.
saw
The
you.
green dress.
So,
The
even
green.
the black dress.
Well, it's not really
The black
it's
dress,
deep.
I saw
Thank
it's
you.
a recent picture. I don't know whether you had a wedding or something, but it's a formal one. It's like a
It's black with green.
green one.
That's the one she was talking about.
I saw it in your story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Beautiful.
So those are just as per occasion, but it's not really.
Yeah, it's okay. It's
Not
an
on a
occasion.
day-to-day.
Yeah.
Yes, a skirt, a drog, it needs to be short.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
and for a club.
Yeah.
Yes. That
Was
was
that
what
a
it's
good question?
No, so far no. I'm happy with what I have. I'm yeah, that was quite fun.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. It's
Thank you
been
for having
lovely.
me.
Thank you so much. And yeah, I think I've loved this episode. I can't wait for people to watch it. Remember to subscribe to PheliVille Podcast on YouTube. Also follow us on our social media pages, which is Facebook, it's Instagram. I'm looking at the social media lady. Look on that so that if she's doing something wrong, TikTok. Yeah, please. But for me,
Yeah.
Shengu was Epitori. Thank you so much. Paraniel cool, sorry. Can't forget that.
This thing is intense.
And Mandz Sundowns.
Always.
Sundowns.
Always.
Always.
Right, that was lovely.
And
Thank you so much.
Lola. No
I'd
team
say
Nawad.
It's winning.
We're giving
I'm
Chiefs.
just,
We're giving everyone Chiefs.
I go with the win.
Also, BBC Luli Chiefs.
No way.
Don't do that to yourself.
No way. When it comes to soccer, back in football, I'm just where we are winning. That's where I am.
Yeah.
Period.
But yeah, thank you so much. It's been
loyalty
lovely,
thing.
and all the best to you, to everything that you do. Makwande.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you.